Hi my loves, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I am Simone the Moon Goddess with your career and money pick a card reading. All right, so we'll look at the next 3 months. So it's around the middle of June now. Let's look at till around the middle of September, and then we will follow up with this in 3 months time and round up the year. All right, you guys asked for career readings when I posted up a question in my Instagram, and people wanted to know about career and money. So here I am with a pick a card. All right, so our first pile, we have our Amethyst. No, it's very small. But we have Amethyst for the first pile. Second pile is Honey Calcite. And the third pile is my favorite crystal, Rainbow Fluorite. All right, so breathe, get centered, get grounded, and then decide which pile you'll go with. All right, before we go on, first, let me just remind you guys, there is a 25% off sale happening all June. Use discount code SOLSTICE. It's to celebrate the solstice, the summer solstice. So if you're divinely led to connect with me for a personal reading, you can use that code and you get 25% off your reading. All right, that is it for housekeeping. So we can jump straight into your reading. Let's start with those who chose the first pile. All right, my loves, this is for those who chose the first pile. When it comes to career and money, let's see what's the message for you. As always, before I pull these cards, I ask my spirit guides to allow me to deliver a message that is of the highest good for all parties involved with harmony. Get into it, my first pilers. Okay, so those who chose the Amethyst, we have the Five of Pentacles is your first card, the Seven of Swords, the Nine of Swords. Wow. In your mind, in your head, there's a lot of worry here. At the top of the deck, beautiful, the Six of Wands. The Eight of Wands at the bottom. Beautiful. So at the heart of the matter is the King of Pentacles. Then on either side of that King of Pentacles, we have the Sun and the Ten of Cups. That blew my mind, so I had to bring these two cards in. All right, so we'll pull the oracles as they go along, okay? So for my first group, there's a lot of, did something happen when it comes to money and career with somebody from your past? It could also be that you're still dealing with a lack mindset based on what happened in your childhood, like how you saw, like how you were brought up when it comes to money. You know, you were, it felt as if there was never enough, or how you were brought up, it just felt like when it comes to money, it was always like a heavy subject. And now you're looking to shift that. Wherever, if you've lost a job recently in the next 3 months, I see something coming in. If your money has been cut in some way, or business isn't flowing, if you're an entrepreneur, your business isn't flowing, there is some kind of energy coming in of recognition here, okay? So June, July, August, September. So we're looking at around Virgo season, the middle of Virgo season. This could be even nearing the end of Leo season, so more like middle of August going into September, because you have the Sun here. You also have the Six of Wands, which is Leo's energy. Wherever you might feel anxious or feel as if you have to defend your stance or how your money flows or your career choices, I feel like you can let down your guard a bit. I feel like you're protected in that way. Your purpose is your purpose. You feel called in a certain direction because this is part of your purpose. There's also, if you've been trying to avoid some kind of move, there could be a move involved here that will allow you to feel strong in your business and your career. The thing is, you can look up astrocartography. If you follow astrology, when you move to different places, your chart changes, your chart adjusts. So you could be in a place now where you're not recognized. There's nothing happening as far as your money, your career. You might feel as if you're stuck, stagnant, blocked in some way, and you can move somewhere else, and all of a sudden all this energy starts flowing in. Business picks up, opportunities flow, because now your chart has shifted because you've moved to another location, right? Based on the time zones. But there's some kind of movement happening, movement, and it feels as if you're trying to fight it. It's also about you relaxing. I know it's very easy to say. Trust me, I understand. I feel like when you find a sense of flow and a sense of calm with whatever has happened when it comes to your money, somebody's scammed you, somebody's wronged you in some way, maybe you don't feel as if you're receiving the money that you deserve wherever you are now. I feel like once you let go of that sense of pushback and that sense of resentment and bitterness and frustration, that all of a sudden things start to shift. The surface of your reading, it feels like there's no hydration. There's a lot of upset here. Somebody's upset you, somebody's wronged you in some way. You can't seem to let go of some past wrong or something from your past when it comes to your money or your career. Maybe a boss, there was you were mistreated in your job, looked over in some way, and there's just this sense of, there's a rigidness here, right? There's a rigidness here. But when you, I feel like when you stake claim to your power and you're able to there's just a sense of feeling powerful in some way. All of a sudden there's this change. It could even be that when you move, whether it's moving state, moving country, moving jobs, moving home, even, because sometimes you can move from one house to the other you could be in the same country or in the same area, and you move to another house and the energy shifts, but there's this movement happening. There's change here, and it feels like there's all of a sudden there's this recognition, there's this shine, there's this sense of power. Like your money feels stable. You are the king of your domain here. There's this sense of maybe financial responsibility, a new sense of financial responsibility, a new sense of financial freedom. And let me show you again, if I can't remember if I did before, but your King of Pentacles on either side is the Sun and the Ten of Cups. This is a happy home, happy children, or feeling childlike, maybe following your childlike ambitions, your dreams, things that you thought about as a child. This is happy energy. Maybe you're moving to somewhere warm. I don't remember if I said that before. But when I saw those two cards pop out, and the thing is, the reason why I put it in as well, why I had to put this card in, was because when I was shuffling the cards prior to this, sorry, I keep looking down because I don't want my necklaces to be hitting my camera, my mic. When I was shuffling prior to this, the Sun in another deck popped out, and then the Sun in this deck popped out, and it was like, okay. And then when I pull the cards for your pile, the Sun was here again. So I had to put it in, because especially when I saw this Five of Pentacles as the first card. Because you see how this energy, everything is dry. You might feel as if your opportunities have dried up. You might feel as if your inspiration has dried up. Your creativity has dried up. You might have leading up to this point, the next 3 months, you might feel at some point that you've had to spend way more money, you know, or you've invested in something and you've not had any return. But that's shifting. I feel a lot of this though is connected to the past, because you have this Seven of Swords here. Either something connected to the past, you know, whether it's like, again, the inner child and how you saw things, your mindset might be connected to growing up, or somebody tried to scam you in some way. Somebody stole money from you or something, and now you are very defensive. But that's about to change, honey. I'm telling you, that's about to change. That's what I'm seeing here. Let's look at the other cards. You have, it's time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. All right. Let me just shift these so I can get some. And the other thing is too, remember to have fun. Remember to have fun, because the King of Pentacles, could be a very serious man, serious person, right? Very serious, because he's about getting his money right. He's about getting his money right. So I want you to attract that money, you know, work hard, but play hard. Enjoy life, because look at this energy. It's very lighthearted. We in the summer months here in the northern hemisphere. If you're watching in the southern hemisphere, I still want y'all to enjoy, like, whenever there's sunshine, go out and enjoy it. Feel that sense of life flowing through you. Feel that vitality flowing through you. Enjoy your home life. You know, celebrate, because there's so much celebratory energy here. All right, that's what I'm seeing for your career. Is like, wherever you feel as if things have been stuck and stagnant and dry and lack. There might be lack, or people have stolen from you, or you feel like you've not been appreciated in your job. There's movement, change coming. You could be moving. There's recognition. There's sense of victory. There's celebratory energy here massively. So it's time to release the negativity, because when you're in that energy, you're just repelling the same money that you want to flow in. You have to feel like how you would feel if you had $1 million right now, or £1 million right now. How would that make you feel? Think about what you would spend that money on. Embody that energy, right? But if you are in this sense of resentment and bitterness, that will just block the exact thing that you're trying to call in. All right. Let's see what else we have here. We have Principle. Okay, you have Jupiter in Sagittarius. Principle. So Jupiter is at home in Sagittarius. Jupiter is all about your business success, your expansion, your growth. Stick to your principles on something here. Don't try to one up somebody. Don't start to think, you know what, if cutting corners is working for this person or the next person, maybe I should. You know, if a quick fix is working for everybody, then maybe I should. You may be looking at how other people are creating or working, and it doesn't go with how your ethics, your principles, the way how you do business, the way how you deal with money. But because it seems like other people getting ahead, you might be tempted to then follow on what they're doing as well. Don't do it. Always say hi, because you coming out winning all of the energy. On the surface, it looks like there's no way out, but underneath that, there's some beautiful energy coming forward for you, all right? You have no as your angel answers card, no exclamation point. And I remember the card at the top of the deck was no. There's two no's in this deck, two no's, two yeses. One with an exclamation point, one just period. You have no with an exclamation point, and no period was at the top of the deck. I don't remember what was at the bottom for you at that time, but whatever, like I said, do not cut corners, because it will just come to bite you in the butt. The Seven of Swords could just be that as well. If you're contemplating some kind of get rich quick scheme, don't do it. Don't do it. You'll be caught out. That's Seven of Swords energy. All right, so don't you dare. Okay, you have the letter. This is 25, 6, 7, 8, 25, 6, 7, 27. Yeah, 27. So you might be receiving some kind of communication that you've been waiting for over the next 3 months. It could be in 27 days from now. All right. 27 months from now, perhaps. But it could be 27 days from now, 27 weeks from now. You could be receiving some letter that you've been waiting on. Maybe that's what it will make you start to feel like this. Okay, so some kind of approval letter, some kind of loan, or maybe you want to study in order to level up your career, to add some letters behind your name, whatever it is. But there's some kind of communication. It could be a letter, an email, a text. All right, and because I see the Eight of Wands here, I'm thinking it's more, I don't think it's necessarily a traditional letter. I feel like it's more like fast-paced technological type communication. Could be a letter, it could be snail mail as well. All right, do things that serve your highest. Begin with the end in mind. So whatever it is that you might be thinking, it's time to release negativity here. All right, yeah, perhaps the letter that is coming in is something that you have to reject. It could be what's actually making you feel happy. All right, and your last card. Okay, so your last card is card 55, movement, change. Five is the number of change, movement. I'm telling you, there's something different. There's something moving here. Let me shift your cards back, so just in case you can't see them. There's definitely something shifting here. 55. This is a 5-year as well. 5 is about adventure. 5 is about sensuality, change, like expanding your mind, creativity. Leo is sign number 5. That's interesting. 9, house 9. Okay, and this Jupiter card is in the 9th house, which is higher learning. Could be long distance travel, long distance education. What's that word? There's a word like yeah, you know, like studying long distance type of energy. That's interesting. All right, so card 55, I can transform my own world. I'm not even reading the card. I can transform my own world. It says, make lists of positive aspects. Make lists of things you love and never complain about anything. And as you use those things that shine bright and make you feel good as your excuse to give your attention and be who you are, you will tune into who you are, and the whole world will begin to transform before your eyes. It is not your job to transform the world for others, but it is your job to transform it for you. A state of appreciation is pure connection to source, where there is no perception of lack. Wow, that is your last card. Wow, that was wow. So my loves, keep it cute and know that this energy is here for you. Look at it. Look at all that's underneath the surface, bubbling up for you over the next 3 months. All right, stay in your visualization, stay in your affirmations, write down your goals, create a plan, praying and meditating, keeping your mind positive, releasing negativity, sticking to your principles. Yeah. So my loves, that is your reading. I hope this has supported you. Take care. Hi my love, so this is for those who chose the honey calcite, pile number 2. All right, let's see. What are the messages? Now, as always, I've already prayed. I prayed before I pulled the cards. But let me just say, may my spirit guides allow me to deliver the message that is for your highest good and the highest good of all involved with harm to none. Ashe, amen, so it is. All right, so let's get going. I'm going to start with the tarot cards, and then we will look at the other cards. We have the Santa Muerte deck that we're going to use for you. We have the Moonology deck, money manifestations and law of attraction. We have this sun, radiant sun oracle, angel answers cards, and Lenormand. Okay, so we'll start with the tarot. So let's see what's your message. So your first card is the 8 of Swords. All right, let's see. Wow, you have the 8 of Swords, the 7 of Swords. And what's crazy is that your 7 of Swords came out in the same position as the first pile. The first pile, people who chose the first group of cards also got the 7 of Swords in the middle as the middle card. That's interesting. So you have the 8 of Swords, the 7 of Swords, and the Devil. Okay. All right, let's see. You have the 5 of Cups. This is at the top of the deck. Did I choose 2 cards? Oh, wow, I just remembered what happened. Okay, so your card at the heart of the matter is the 3 of Cups. And on either side of that 3 of Cups is the 3 of Wands and the 10 of Swords. So this was at the heart of your matter, okay? And then the Sun fell out. The Sun popped out as well. The Sun came out in the first pile. The Sun has come out, and the reason why I decided to pull this card, to use this card in this reading, is because I've been seeing the Sun card all day, and we're heading towards a solstice. Today is the 17th of June that I'm recording this, and the solstice is on the 21st of June, and the Sun card keeps popping out. So I was like, okay, we'll keep it, we'll use it in their reading. And then the card at the bottom of the deck for you, my loves, is the 9 of Wands. All right, so let me see this energy, because I just pulled, but I didn't actually look at what the message was saying. So it's time to come out of your mind, okay? Over the next 3 months, when it comes to your career and your money, wherever you feel restricted, wherever you feel hemmed in, and it seems as if it's your mind because it's swords, and then you have the 5 of Cups here underneath that. You see that maze, that labyrinth going on in your mind. So the emotions are swirling. There's a sense of feeling trapped. All right. And like I mentioned to the first pile, this could be connected to something connected to your childhood. a sense of lack mindset perhaps. It could also be that you feel scammed, you feel mistreated in some way. There's something that you need to lay to rest. There's some kind of toxic connection here. So I don't know if you were connected to maybe who you work for, that maybe you weren't paid, and you feel as if there's this anger and you feel like you want to do something about it. You feel like you want to take the devil down. There's some kind of toxic, maybe it's a toxic work environment. It's time to cut some cords though. Some cord cutting is happening here. There's some cycles closing off. With this 9 of Wands and the 10 of Swords, there's some cycles closing off here. It's time to start attracting or focusing on calling in those types of partnerships that you would want to be a part of. Those kind of collaborations, those places that you would want to work, those kind of clients that you want to call in. All right, there's something you got to lay to rest here. You're not trapped. It might feel that way, but you could potentially have more power in this situation than you imagine. There's some cords to be cut, my loves. There's some connections that you need to know. Don't fall for the facade. There's some kind of truth coming through, all right? Over the next 3 months, there's some kind of truth coming through. So if there's something that you've been perhaps going over and over in your mind, trying to figure out what happened, why things aren't moving forward, or why somebody potentially disappeared, maybe conned you in some way, like the truth is about to come out. And you coming out on the other side, the bigger person, you coming out on the other side. This energy is completely different to this 5 of Cups energy. And the 3 of Cups is a celebration. The 3 of Cups is a party. You have the 3 of Cups and the 3 of Wands together. So this is your group, your people, those who will support you, those who will uplift you, you know, your perfect partnerships, your perfect job environment. There's some kind of celebration coming, but you have to cut some kind of cord. You have to release yourself from something. Maybe it's connected to a contract and you're just waiting it out. But while you wait it out, it's like you grinding your teeth. There's somebody here that's talked a real good talk, but they don't walk the walk. It's just talk. There's no energy behind this. If you are approached about some kind of collaboration, like really ask questions, read, reread, because there's a potential for you to be in your feelings about something here. Wow. It's almost as if this person has like cut or this situation is making you feel as if you can't be bothered. It's a very draining energy. But something beautiful is going to come out of it. That's what I'm feeling. Something beautiful is going to come out of it. Are you connected to Capricorn? Or are you Capricorn? It's like I said to the first group, work hard, play hard. All right? Maybe there's some kind of break that you need to take so that you can get your mind right, so you can come back fresh and ready to take on things. So you can release whatever this sense of restriction is, this sense of replaying something over and over, so you can cut the cords and start fresh, bringing some fresh energy, fresh energy, fresh energy. There's some time to lay something to rest, loves. That's what I'm seeing here. All right, let's look at your other cards. So I'll start with the moon card. Wow. I told y'all I didn't really look at these cards. Your card is a new start is coming, new moon. I'm telling you. Wow. There's a message coming here as well. There's a message coming here. Hang on, let me remove this sun card for a bit so that I can really look at this. Yeah, really pay attention to your intuition on something here. All right, pay attention. It's like you're trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together, but you can't quite. There's some pieces that still don't make sense or won't make sense as you go through the 3 months. But then the clarity comes. The clarity comes and you're able to then remove yourself from this. There's something that's not quite, yeah, something toxic here. But a sweet talker. Might be some kind of sweet talker that you're connected to. Watch out for that. Read, reread, meditate, pray, ask for guidance. Pay attention to those dreams. Because I see you in your mind here, this 5 of Cups energy. All right. So yeah, a new start is coming. Love this. I love this. A new start is coming. All right. Let's see what else is here for you. The sun cards. So 2 sun cards came out for you. My loves. And the thing is, when these cards came out, they came out with such force. They came out with such force. Your first card is Jupiter and Scorpio, manipulation. Your second card is the moon in Pisces, empathy. Do you see the air on the card? Maybe you're getting messages through sound. You know, you're thinking about this situation and a song comes on the radio and it just, there's something in that song, or there's a song popping up in your mind all the time. It could also be that you'll find out the truth through overhearing a conversation, or you just happen to talk to somebody and they bring the missing pieces of the puzzle that you've been waiting for. All right, but when it comes to your career and money, there's a new energy coming through. So cut the cords that you need to cut, the cords that are holding you back. Not everybody is a friend. Not everybody that you eat and drink with and you party with is a friend. Okay, manipulation and empathy. Some people feed on knowing that you are a good person, knowing that you have a big heart. Some people feed on that. Some people will see you a million miles away. It's like you shining like the sun. And the birds and the butterflies and the bees, they all come, they all come, they all come. Everybody comes out in the sunshine, right? Most of us come out in the sunshine. So you might have felt empathy for someone. You might have felt like, okay, I have the resources, I have the means to help this person. Let me do so. Maybe let me give them an opportunity. Let me invest in them. Let me work with them. Let me spend money with them. Or let me work, or did I say work with them? And they were just pulling your strings. Like I said, it was just all talk. Or it is all talk, because we're looking at the next 3 months. So watch out for this. Okay? Really. And it's interesting, there's on the sun card, there's a bird here as well. I don't know if y'all can make it out. There's a hummingbird somewhere here. You see the bird on the empathy card. So intuition bringing messages. It could be that, you know, you invested money in some kind and it turned out to be a pyramid scheme of some sort. or it turns out to be a pyramid scheme of some sort. So look out for that. But I love, love, love that there's something new coming. The truth is coming. You cut cords. There's a return. There's a do-over. You can start again. It's not a failure. You learn your lessons and you keep moving. All right. There's also, with this empathy card, it also speaks about how you could be tapped into the collective. So you could have a way of knowing what's the next best thing, the next big thing, the next big thing that people might want to invest in or spend money in, the next great business idea, or you might just be feeling creative, right? Out of this situation could lead you to creating something so beautiful and so big that it takes off. It's like your ears to the ground. You just know what's the next big thing. It's interesting too that you have these two cards, manipulation and empathy. They're in water houses, the 8th house and the 12th house, Scorpio and Pisces. So that's very much about intuition. Did my candles just do something weird? Very much about the intuition. So know that the answers that you're seeking coming, I'm telling y'all, it's going to make sense very soon. Then you will move out of that energy into this new energy that's coming. Let's see what's your angel answers card. Ask for help from others. That's interesting. So when you're asking for help from others, you know that you're going with your gut feeling. I do see that coming through for you though, the 3 of Wands, where it said that they could be the perfect collaboration, the perfect partnership, the perfect support system. There for you. I see that. I see that with the 3 of Wands. It's like y'all can put together y'all's fires, maybe sticks, and make a massive fire, a massive torch. You know, it's like passions running together. So ask for help from others. That could also be angelic help, spirit guides help, ancestral help, the Most High Creator help, not necessarily only people. All right, let's see what's your Lenormand card. The Rider. Message coming through. Message. Somebody coming with some good news. Okay, the Rider is good news. This could be in a month from now, from the time you see this reading. All right, it could be in a day from the time you see this reading. All right, it could be a year from the time you see this reading. But considering we're looking at the next 3 months, let's see. It all depends. Remember, Spirit doesn't have a concept of time. So I just have to say, on the Lenormand deck, it could be that a day, a month, a day, a week, a month, a year. Oh, I didn't mention a week. So it could be a week from now as well, from the time you watch this reading. All right, so there's some news coming in, some good news. A new star is coming. All right, maybe it's in a lunar month's time. We have a full moon next week or in 2 weeks time. So yeah, it could be a month from now. All right, let's look at your Law of Attraction card. So it says it's card number 12. So 3 again. You got 3 of Wands, 3 of Cups. Empathy is card number 12. There's a lot of 3 energy. So we have, I want to harmonize with my desire. Okay, that's your card. Anytime you feel negative emotion, wow, this card, 5 of Cups, heaviness. Anytime you feel negative emotion, stop and say, something important is here. Otherwise, I would not be feeling this negative emotion. What is it that I want? And then simply turn your attention to what you do want. In the moment you turn your attention to what you want, the negative attraction will stop. And in the moment the negative attraction stops, the positive attraction will begin. And in that moment, your feeling will change from not feeling good to feeling good. That is the process of pivoting. So shifting energy. So ask for help from others, and you have the Rider. So Perhaps when you ask for help from someone that you can trust, they come in with some really good news for you. All right. Yeah, I can invest in you. Yeah, I can support you. Yeah, I'm happy to give you the loan. Something beautiful is coming out of this. I'm telling you, a new start is coming. All right, so that's why I'm saying for the next 3 months for you, my loves. I hope these messages have supported you. Drop a comment, let me know if it has, and if I've brought you some clarity or something that if it makes sense, consider giving me a thumbs up. All right, my loves. So until your next message, take care. All right, so for those who chose the third pile, the rainbow fluorite. I love this crystal, it's my fave. Let's see what's your message. Now, as always, I've asked that these messages are for your highest good and the highest good of all involved with harm to none. Ashe, amen, so it is. Let's go. So I'm going to start with your tarot cards. So we have the Moonology deck that I'm using. The tarot deck that I'm using for you, my loves, is the Mermaid Tarot. I felt like adding a little water to this reading. We have the money and law of attraction cards. We have the sun, radiant sun oracle. We have the angel answers oracle, and we have the Lenormand deck, the Lenormand cards. Pixie's Astounding Lenormand deck. That's it. All the decks will be listed down below. So let's look at your tarot cards. All right. Okay, so my loves, you have, it's so funny. I've used 3 different decks with these readings and similar cards that come out for all of them. So you have the 6 of Wands as your first card. I love this. You have the 6 of, wow, 2 sixes, 6 of Wands, 6 of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. This is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. All right, I'm seeing some recognition happening here. I'm seeing some creative spark over the next 3 months. There's new opportunities flowing in. There's a sense of happiness. There's a sense of it's not even work, or it's not even, however you're attracting your money, it feels like very playful energy. You have the 2 of Pentacles at the top of the deck. So definitely some change coming, some transitions coming for you. You have the King of Pentacles at the bottom. And at the heart, you have the King of Swords. And on either side of the King of Swords is the High Priestess and the Page of Cups. So for me, this is you balancing your mind. Like there's such focus here. There's such focus. You have 2 kings. I mean, hello. There's such focus, but you're also balancing that. There's such focus and connection to the material, but you're also connected to your intuition. You're also connected to what you can't see. You're also allowing things to flow, letting the creative spark flow through you, and then taking action and making it come forward. It could also be here that over the next 3 months there will be people coming into your life. Could be an air sign, could be an earth sign coming in, maybe investors, or maybe somebody who's really good with organizing, editing. For some of you who might be writers, you might be getting the perfect editor. My candle just went out. Coming in. Your words are also very powerful. So be mindful of the things you say. Also, it feels as if there's a lot of influence. You might have a lot of influence in your career, a lot of influence in your money. Whatever you're doing to attract money, there seems to be a lot of influence. It's like your words seem to flow with the wind. And even with the High Priestess, look at, there seems to be so much wind. There's power here circulating. So maybe you are really, in some way, you're so connected to the spiritual realm that it's just, you're just picking up messages. Maybe you're so grounded and very calm. So it's just, you're just downloading. Your money is flowing as well with this Two of Pentacles, and then the King of Pentacles at the bottom. I mean, hello, this is feeling good with your money, feeling good with how life is flowing for you, with your material world, making things happen. This is a business person here, right? This is securing the bag, as they say, right? And then this Ace of Cups, new energy flowing in, my loves. Something, a cup of, this is, you see how beautiful this is? It's like your cup runneth over. That's what I'm getting from this. The Six of Wands as well. This could be promotions for some of you, recognition, your work being recognized. You know, maybe your social media is growing. If you're on YouTube, maybe you'll start to attract more viewers, more subscribers. Your numbers could be going up. But whatever you're doing, it's very, it does not feel like work. It's work. Like whatever you're doing is attracting your money, but it does not feel like work. And that's the ultimate in success. When whatever you're doing, creating, however you spend your time, and it's bringing you money, come on now. And then the Page of Cups here. So you got the Ace of Cups and the Page of Cups. So messages coming through. If you've been waiting for some kind of good message, something, a good response from something, if you've been praying and waiting for something good to come through, if you've been hoping and praying that something will manifest the way how you desire, there's some kind of message coming, my loves. The thing is, though, with this Page of Cups and even the Ace, that you have this cup, right? You have this cup, but then what are you going to fill it with? So there's this opportunity, but then don't rest on your laurels, right? Or there's this sense of victory, something good that you've accomplished something, but then don't rest on that. You got to keep moving forward. You got to keep reinventing yourself, or keep adding, keep growing, keep expanding, right? And moving upwards as well. It feels like that. I don't want to say cocky. It's not cocky energy. He looks as if he's like, you know, when you can flick the coin on your fingers and make it do this, and the coin flips over. There's just such an element of, I can make $1 out of 15 cents. Two of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Next 3 months is what I'm seeing here. This could also be in Leo season with the Six of Wands here. So we're looking at the next 3 months would be till around the middle of September, but it could be sooner. You could be getting, this energy can be flowing in sooner. Happy energy. This is beautiful. Y'all making things happen. There's this sense of, maybe, you know, you feel good knowing that you can speak things into existence. You know what I'm saying? Like, what, your words are so powerful. Your affirmations, your visualizations, your intuition as well is like knowing when to strike, and it's all flowing in for you. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, let's look at your other cards. Wow, yeah. Mastering your domain. Let's see what's your moon card, all right? Communication is key, new moon in Gemini. And you have this King of Swords. I was going to, and did I say you're mastering your words? Like you're able to make things happen with words, right? So for some of you, if you're journalists, writers, like I said, bloggers, vloggers, YouTubers, social media content creators, right? Influencers, whatever that is, like your words are powerful. They're being, yeah, people paying attention. So communication is a massive thing for you over the next 3 months. So if you are considering expanding in some way when it comes to getting your message over across to a bigger audience, do what you need to do, because the energy is here. It's a massive part of your story, I feel, for the next 3 months. Getting your mind right. King of Swords could be Gemini energy, right? King of Swords, kings of fire. That's Libra energy. Could be Libra energy. All right, so that's your moon card. Let's look at your sun card. All right, so achievement, sun in Capricorn. King of Pentacles energy, sun in Capricorn, achievement. My loves, this is beautiful. I'm telling you, the Ace of Cups, y'all, the next 3 months, you're all about to be happy. Like I said, your cup runneth over. Opportunities showing up. What are you going to do with it now? All right, how are you going to add to that? Right, you've made something, you've achieved something, you're being recognized for something, you're successful in some way. But don't rest on your laurels. It's time to keep pushing, or keep flowing rather. Not necessarily pushing, keep flowing. Beautiful. All right, let's see what's your Angel Answers card. You're ready. This is amazing. This is beautiful. You're ready. Communication is key. Achievement, you're ready. What did I tell you? Look at this King of Pentacles. He's like, yep, I know y'all ain't ready for me, you know, y'all ain't ready. I'm calm, I'm chill. I'm here like chilling in the background doing my thing. Chiller than chill. Look at the King of Swords. This is winter energy. Wow. Earth and air. And then you got the water to bring some hydration to it. And you have the fire here with the Six of Wands. So all of the elements are here. That's magician energy. Having all the elements together, working together. Let's see what's your Lenormand card. My gosh, my loves. Your card is the clover. Look at it. It's a 4-leaf clover under a rainbow. I mean, you can't get any more beautiful than that. I mean, even if you don't know what this means, you know what this means. This is good luck. This is things just flowing for you. There's this recognition. There is expansion happening. There's success happening here. Next 3 months, my loves. This is beautiful. So the clover, so this could be 2 days from, you might start to see this happening. 2 days from when you see this reading. 2 weeks, 2 months from when you start seeing, when you've watched this reading, all right? And that, like I mentioned, Leo season. So 2 months from now would put you in Leo season. Wow. You're ready. Achievement, communication is key. So if you're thinking about creating that YouTube channel, do your thing. All right, Jupiter is going retrograde in the next couple days. Today is the 17th. I think it goes retrograde on the 20th or the 22nd. I don't remember which one. But that's when you will start to see things flowing in for people, things starting to shift, you know, things starting, like money starting to flow in. So take this energy and run with it. All right, let's look at your final card. It's card number 35 and it says money isn't everything, but ... All right, so it says money isn't everything, but you are right when you think money isn't everything. You certainly do not need money to have joy in your experience. But in your society, where so much of what you live, so much of what hang on, let me read it again because I think there's a typo here. You are right when you think money isn't everything. You certainly do not need money to have joy in your experience. But in your society, where so much of what you live is tied to money in some way, most of you associate money with freedom. And since freedom is a basic tenet of your being, then coming into alignment with money will help you establish a balanced footing that will be of value to you in all other aspects of your experience. So I can see y'all coming into a lot of alignment here. I mean, like, even achievement, even the colors, all this yellow. And it's interesting because I've done a couple lives recently where I was mentioning how I feel like the birds have been talking so loudly, and that's the sound that's playing now. Birds chirping, happiness. So I think this is going to be your reading. It's the shortest one out of 3, but I mean, the message was just so clear. Again, when the opportunity presents itself, when you see success flowing in for you and recognition and things starting to grow and expand for you, don't get comfortable, right? Don't get comfortable, because that's going to bring opportunities for you to continue to grow, to expand, to ascend, to get bigger. So don't run away from it, and don't get lazy, don't get complacent, right? Don't get too cocky. Absolutely beautiful, my loves. That's your reading. Like I said, I think it's the shortest out of all of them. Yeah, 16 minutes, just about. All right. So if this message has supported you, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe, and welcome to my family. And thank you for watching. All right, my loves. So until your next message,